Hi guys, welcome back. Probably the most fun video to make throughout the whole year. Probably the longest video to make throughout the whole year. But a lot of people ask for it, so I love to make it. And that is the full gear list of Ravi 2024 for Ravi and myself. So with this kit we can go out backpacking for an overnighter, a little bit longer, a few weeks, few days. Even a long distance hike will be possible. And in today's video I am going through all the pieces of gear Ravi in this pack, in my fanny pack, and what I am wearing during hiking. So I'm going to start with that one first, but little disclaimer, this is a gear list that works for us. It doesn't mean that it will work for you as well. Coming back to hike your own hike, bring things that you like, things that you need, that your dog needs, and make your own gear list. But watching other people's gear lists, I always find it super informative. It could give me ideas, things I didn't think about, but can be really handy out on the trail. So I hope that you like this video. Let's start it. Let's start with worn weight. So that's not included into my base weight. So my base weight is everything in this pack except water, food, and other consumables like gas or alcohol, whatever you are cooking on. My trekking poles I do include in my worn weight because I always have them on hand, rarely have them attached to my pack. And my whole packing list will be on Lighterpack, and I will have that linked in the info box below. And I think if I take a look at my total base weight, I'm super proud of it. It's a little over 8.5 kilos, and that includes all the gear for Ravi and myself. And I've been working on that for years. It's not something that I have been able to accomplish in a year of time. No, it took a lot of time. It took a lot of money to save up to switch gear items out. And having that base weight, it makes me really proud. And I think my back is going to thank me at the end of the year. And all in general, the lighter the pack and the more enjoyable your trips are. So my worn weight. First of all, like I mentioned, my trekking poles. I have the trekking poles from Z-Packs. And I always have been hiking with trekking poles, but this year, because I have a trekking pole tent now, they really are an essential on the list. Then what I'm wearing. My sunglasses. I do not take them all the time because I personally do not like wearing sunglasses. I prefer a cap or something like a visor or something. But if I take it, these are from Decathlon. My hat is one from CMP. I got this one at our Easter weekend, and it has a SPF function, and it has SPF 50. So that's really nice. It protects against the sun, saves up a little bit on sunscreen. My shirt is the Appalachian Gear Company Sun Hoodie. I've been trying that out for the last few weeks and I'm starting to love it more and more. So definitely going to take that on during the season. Then I am wearing shorts, just random ones. I really like this one. It says Dog Mom on it. And it's really funny because it's actually a short for men. And then it says Dog Mom. Little bit weird, but for me it's a great one. Under that, when it's necessary, when it's a little bit colder or windy, I have random leggings. This one comes from one of the Chinese websites, so nothing fancy like an expensive hiking brand, but just a simple one. It works fine. My socks are quarter hiking socks from Decathlon, and the shoes I am wearing are the Mammoth Certig Low. They are hiking shoes, though they are not really trail runners, but they are super light, and they really helped me through my injury last year, my PTSD injury. And it turned out that when I'm hiking, these ones are the best for me to use. So I keep using them during the season together with my insoles I got from the podiatrist. So that is practically everything worn on my body. Then we will continue to the fanny pack. Let's start with the outside of the fanny pack. I always have Ravi's treat bag hanging on it. It's always filled with little kind of treats. Let's see what I've got in here this time. There's little bones, so I can always give him something on the go. Together with that, a tick remover. I love to have one on hand. This one is for a little bit of a bigger tick, so yeah, if he has a smaller one, I have something else. It is clipped to the fanny pack with a little carabiner. Here in the mesh front pocket, I have nothing. And inside, I usually carry foot glide in case I expect any problems with blisters. My headlamp, which is from Sunblazer. Another tick removal set for both Ravi and myself. This one has 3 sizes in it, so that's really helpful. Sunscreen for my face. Sunscreen for my body. Chopstick, which also has SPF in there. Bug repellent. My e-reader that's protected in a little dry bag. Yes, I know, an e-reader is a luxury item, but hey, I'm hiking and backpacking alone 99% out of the times. So yeah, that's something for me it's absolutely worth taking, because my nights at camp can be quite lonely, especially when the little guy back there is having a sleep early. Then I can read a little bit. I have this little set from Hilltop Packs. It has a little hook on it, or in it, and some paracord, or Dyneema cord, in case I would like to hang my pack because campsite is muddy or anything. I can wrap this around the tree and hang my pack on the little hook here, so then it is safe from the ground and everything will stay dry. That's in there. Then I have my wallet in there. In general, it has my driver's license, identity card and bank card in there. And here in the back I always carry Ravi's passport, and when we are backpacking in the Netherlands I do not have to bring it with me, but in general I always do, because in case I have to take him to a vet or he gets lost or something, I have all the details that I need. And final thing in here is my Victorinox clipper. It has the basic things like the knife, Maxi, that's nothing. It has a knife in there, the scissors, which come really in handy. I think something is very interesting about this little knife. And what this also has is the nail clipper. So yeah, I think that really comes in handy, because then I do not have to take a separate one. So that's everything that can be found in my fanny pack. And that brings me to the pack. Everything in this pack I usually have in a nylon fume pack liner, but for the purpose of this video I left this one out because it's very crinkly and it wouldn't be much joy for you to listen to throughout this video. So for now I've taken it out. Let's start here with the front of the pack. I have a little banana to it. I like to pimp my pack. Here on the side, in each side pocket I carry a water bottle, one for Ravi, one for myself. It's generally a liter, or if really needed, 1.5. Here on Ravi's side I also have a little kit to say, so with a plastic tent stake and a longer leash for Ravi, so when we are at camp I can easily put this one in the ground, and then Ravi has some space to roam around whenever I set up the tent or just in the evening to relax. That's all in Ravi's side. On top here I have a water bowl from Chicken Trumper Ultra Light Gear, so that's always close by when we stop during the day to give Ravi something to drink. Last year I used this as his general water bowl, and I put water in, leave it in camp all night, but it turned out that the material cannot handle that, so it started leaking. I hope the wind doesn't bother you too much. So it started leaking throughout the evening, so this is now only a temporary one. And here I have a towel to wipe off Ravi's paws when needed, for whatever it's needed, but it's general here to use for Ravi. That's why it is also on Ravi's side of the pack. Then on my side of the pack is hanging hand sanitizer. Here is a little keychain. It has our names on it. On the inside is a mentioning of SOS, or in case of emergency, with the phone number of my mom. So if anything ever goes wrong, they will be able to find my mom's phone number. Water bottle in here as well, behind Ravi. I am using a hydration sleeve, so to say, not the bladder inside of the pack, but a hose that goes over it, and then I can have it here clipped to my sternum strap, so I can drink it more easily. I introduced that in one of my other videos. In here I also have my fuel bottle and my Knack 2-liter Vecto. I always keep this one on hand, and I fill it up when we arrive at camp, so that it will take us to the evening, the night, and eventually the next morning, and I can fill up on all the water bottles that we have with us. So that's everything that is on my side of the pack. Now I'm going to continue with everything that's here in the mesh pocket. Here on top, I have a little poop kit. It is in a dry bag from Hilltop Packs. And it includes all the general things. It includes my Liber Pee, my Wixie, my pee style, toilet paper, some doggy bags to carry the toilet paper out, and my bowler trowel. So that's everything that's in my toilet kit. I know that most people also carry hand sanitizer in that one, but because I also have one hanging here in front of my pack, that's fine for me. I have my tent stakes in here. I made this bag myself. Have several stakes in there. And in general, they are the stakes to stake out my tent. And there are the stakes to stake out Ravi's bowls, which you see later, because they are made of Dyneema and this avoids them from blowing away. Next one is my sit pad. I made this one myself. Really love the fabric. It's a soft cotton fabric on top. I have an insulated layer in between, and then the back is a water resistant fabric. Here I have Ravi's kit. It's put in a custom bag by Hilltop Packs, a zipper bag, zipper pouch. And it has a lot of things in there, but I introduced this set a while ago. I will link to that in the info box below. So that makes a little bit of a difference in time. The only thing I changed is the bag, but everything is the same inside. Here I have my own first aid kit. And that includes anti-chafing, allergy medication, medication for heartburn, vitamin I, also known as ibuprofen. Here I have some bandages, another tick remover, tweezers, safety pins, and a little bit of tape to tape up blisters in case I feel them coming, feel any hot spots. Here I have some itching cream because mosquitoes really like me, so I want to be prepared on that one. Neosporin antibiotic ointment, and one gauze and bandage combination in case there is a bit of a larger injury. So that's everything that I have in my first aid kit. Then I have a short leash here in case Ravi is attached with flexi leash. I do not like to hold that when we are having a break on a terrace or just in general. So I always carry this little leash with me. Ravi's rain jacket is in here. It's by the brand of Flamingo. It has an opening for his harness, so that's really nice. Can use it with a collar if I want to. Protects his belly nicely from the rain, so super lightweight one. And the last thing in here is my own rain jacket. It is by the brand of Jack Wolfskin. It's the model Ellsberg. Super lightweight. It weighs around 200 grams. Very packable, as you can see. It has pit zips. So yeah, great one to have on hand whenever it's needed. So that's everything that is in the front pocket. Let's switch to the other side. On the hip belt, I have two hip belt pockets attached. They are not from Atom Packs. The pack itself, by the way, is the Atom Packs. It is the 60-liter one. So we'll give you a general overlook on that one. The hip belt pockets are coming from Superior Wilderness Designs. And on one side, I carry my snacks. In the other pocket, I have Ravi snacks. Together with a poopy bag holder. I made this one myself. And a carabiner to which I clip Ravi's leash to. Now it is our newest combination we are trying out. The normal short leash with the bungee leash. And it has Ravi's harness attached to it. Harnesses do change during the season, depends on the weather. Do we expect a lot of places for Ravi to take a swim or a lot of rain? Then I take a harness that has the least material and will dry the quickest. And if it's a little bit colder, then it's not that important. So that is being changed out throughout the entire year. On this side, I have my Nalgene bottle. This is for my electrolytes. And yes, I know Nalgene bottles are pretty heavy, and maybe when it's warmer at night, I will switch it out to another bottle. But the good thing and the positive thing, extra thing of a Nalgene is that it can hold boiling water. So if it's really cold at night, I can use it as a hot water bottle, either for myself or for Ravi, whoever needs it. So that's really a plus, and therefore I decided to go with the Nalgene one. I also have clipped here my cooler cloth. Must say I absolutely like this one. The owner from Cooler Cloth does as well. She even made me two because she said, I absolutely adore your design. So really happy with this one. And yes, I have it attached to the front of my pack. And yes, I have it completely open and not fold in half like you see most people use it. That's because I do not use the Cooler Cloth as a P-rack. That's what it is originally is. But I just use it as to dry my hands, to wipe off sweat. I do not blow my nose in there because I know you get dirty as a hiker, but having a cloth, bandana, whatever hanging here full of snot, no, that's not something I prefer. All the other things I do not care at all how dirty everything gets, but that's not so my thing. So therefore it's just open and it's not used very often. On this side I have my clip for my camera. I'm filming on my camera now. My DJI Pocket unfortunately died, so I switched to the Insta360 Ace Pro, and it has a little tripod on it as well, but that's what you are standing on. And down here I have my Zoleo. You will see a video about this one next week where I'm unboxing it and the reason why I chose the Zoleo over the Garmin InReach Mini or the Motorola Defy. That's everything that is on this side of the pack. Then the pack itself, like I said, well, you've already seen it. It's the Atom Packs. I absolutely adore the products from Atom Packs. I have their day pack, I have their Fanny packs. That's also an Atom Packs. Nothing bad to say about these packs. So my big favorites. Keep using them, and then we'll see if we use it intensely throughout the season how it is going to end up and it's going to last. But for now, yeah, I'm super happy with this one. Let's continue with the tent that I have here on top. I usually do not prefer to carry things on top, but this tent has some studs in here, so you can't pack it up any smaller, or you have to take the studs out. But I know myself, I'm for sure going to lose them somewhere. So I decided that if this works fine, I'm going to check it out. On my first trip last week, it was totally fine. And I have a little Swedish cloth in here. A little unicorn one to wipe off condensation in the morning whenever that's needed. My tent is the Top Tent Stratosphere Li. So it is a super lightweight tent. It weighs 850 grams. It is a trekking pole tent, so therefore my trekking pole. First year that I'm going to use it, so far really happy with it, but the season is young, so who knows what's going to change. Let's go to the inside of the pack. So I will lay it flat here in front of me. That's a little bit easier with the unpacking. Right here on the top I have my Tyvek. That's usually not inside of the pack liner. So if this is wet, it doesn't matter because all the other stuff stays dry. Up here, also not into the pack liner, is this little bag with my camp shoes. My camp shoes are the Birkenstocks Arizona EVA. Super lightweight and waterproof, so also nice if you ever would like to take a shower or something, or have to cross a river or anything, then I can easily switch into those as well. Then the last two things that are not included in the pack liner are the food bags. I have my own food bag. They are also from Hilltop Packs. And Ravi has his own, with his photo on it. And then we will get to the stuff that's usually inside of the pack liner, so everything that I want to keep dry during the day whenever it's raining or not. First is Ravi's sleeping bed. For this year I am going with the Roughwear Highlands bed. He likes to sleep on it. It's nice and packable. You can compress it if you want to, so if you put it in a compression sack it takes up even less space in your pack. It's not super heavy. You will also find Ravi's gear on my Lighterpack list. Not heavy at all, so that's the option, or the thing we choose for this year. I have my pillow in here. It is the Sea to Summit Arrows Large. Not sure if this one is going to hold up much longer, because I had the idea last week when Ravi and I were out that this was losing air during the night, so have to keep an eye on that one. But if I have to replace it, I probably will do it with exactly the same pillow because I really like it. My cookset, and that includes Sea to Summit collapsible bowl. I have a long handled spork as well, by the way, that is in here. Where are you? Just a regular one that almost everybody has from Tokes. So my collapsible mug, and I have the ever new titanium pasta pot. I made a video about this cook setup last week, so you can always check that out if you'd like to know more details. In here, my lighter, a little sponge, a little cup for my alcohol to measure it, and the windscreen of my burner, and my burner itself, which is the X-Boil. But I will tell more about it in that video, which I will also link in the info box below. Next up is also a dry bag from Lighterpack. Yes, I'm a Lighterpack fan because they print everything custom and I love that. In here is my puffy jacket. This year I am going with the Mountain Hardwear Ghost Whisperer. My all-time favorite is the Enlightened Equipment Torrid jacket, but mine got too big and the lead time is that long at the moment that it shouldn't be here in time, a new one, before the start of the season. So I got this one on sale because this is usually a super expensive jacket, which I'm never going to spend on a jacket. But I had it for a really nice price on sale. So that's my puffy choice for this year. Yeah, and like I mentioned, in the Lighterpack's dry bag. There's another one with the two doggies in Christmas style on there. In here I have Ravi's warm layer. For now it is the Ravi furnace jacket, but this is really a winter jacket, so it's good for the start of the season and the end of the season. But when the nights are getting warmer, I would switch it out to something that is not this warm, but does give him some protection overnight. My sleeping pad. Well, if you saw my video last week, that was a bit of a thing because my brand new Nemo tensor exploded in the middle of the night. First I thought that Ravi, that Ravi has broken it with his paws or with his nails. But when I got home, I saw that the tear of it, the ripping, it was completely straight and it was in a perfectly straight angle as well. So when I'm thinking back, I don't think it was Ravi. I think that Ravi actually got scared from that thing popping open and blowing all the air out. So I'm working on that one, but I had to have another pad and I ended up with this one. Look how small this is. This is really tiny packable. It's even 100 grams lighter. It is the Ultrasphere 4.5 by the brand of Rap, whatever you would like to call it. It is a long wide version. I do prefer a regular wide because I'm short myself, so I in general do not need a long pad. But this one is a little bit of tapered. It's not a rectangular pad, it's not a mummy pad either, but it's a little bit in between, and apparently then you can pack them really small. So it comes in a nice little protective case. In here, as you can see, it is brand new because I recently got it because of that thing that happened last week. So we will see. I have experience with Rap as a clothing brand. I think everybody knows it as a clothing brand, but they recently last year started making pads as well. So I thought, yeah, their clothes are awesome. So the pad feels, in kind of material, it feels much sturdier than the Nemo tensor does. So hopefully it will avoid any problems if it was happened by Ravi's nails, that it happened again. But I'm thinking about getting little socks for Ravi or something just to be sure, because I don't know what caused the ripping of my Nemo tensor last week. But yeah, because this feels much sturdier, I think this will be able to handle a little bit more as well. Then my quilt. I have it in a compression sack by Granite Gear. And my quilt itself is the UGQ Bandit. It is the -1 degrees Celsius, and that is, do I say it correctly, 30 degrees Fahrenheit? I will check that. So that's a compression dry bag, and it is my super cool pink with purple quilt. So yeah, I switched to quilts a few years ago, and I'm never ever looking back to sleeping bags again, because quilts absolutely are game changers. But you will find more information on that, about that, somewhere else on my channel, because I want to keep on going with this video so you are not stuck with this for over an hour. So last part of the inside. And I know most people carry their quilt on the bottom of their pack. I do not. I carry this packing pot, and then some people say, yeah, that's extra weight. Yeah, it's 30 grams, a whole 30 grams. I don't care about that. It has all kinds of things in there, because I do not like it when I have this little bag over there in my backpack, this little pouch over there in my backpack, and I have to get everything out to find the right one. So I decided to stick all my little things and my extra clothes all together in this packing pot, which is by Hyperlight Mountain Gear. First in here, I have my daddy bag. My daddy bag includes floss, it includes tenacious tape, it includes Dyneema tape, and it holds repair tape for my sleeping pad. It's still for the Nemo Tensor, by the way. I will have to check out what the wrap one has inside of it. I will have extra hair tie in here, an extra lighter, and I do carry the straps, pad straps for my quilt. I very rarely use them. I normally use my quilt as a blanket, but in case it is getting colder, or for whatever kind of reason I do want to attach my quilt to my sleeping pad, I have the straps with me. I have my microfiber towel. Yes, Lighterpack again. And no, they do not sponsor me, but they know by now who I am. My toiletry kit. Well, how did I say that one? My toiletry kit. Also Lighterpack. In here, I have my hairbrush, which is not from Lighterpack. That is from Chicken Tramper Ultralight Gear, and it is their ultralight hairbrush. It's not much, it has a little handle, but it works a treat. I mean, it works perfectly. Super lightweight, comes in a nice protective case. So that's my hairbrush. I have my cork massage ball. I usually roll my feet out of it to be a little bit kind of my foot that has been dealing with the PTTD last year. I have toothbrush in here. I have Tylenol PM in here. I do not keep that in my first aid kit, because my first aid kit is in my backpack, and this I all have with me in the evening, so I thought it was easier to put that in here. Toothbrush, I use the normal ones. I absolutely hate toothpaste tablets. The feeling of it, nothing for me. Some deodorant. Yes, I live in the Netherlands. We use deodorant here out on the trail. I know, controversial, and if I would be hiking in the wilderness, I will not use it. But here in the Netherlands, or wherever we have the opportunity to go hiking, it is really recommended, because people will not appreciate you if you do not, and you enter restaurants or villages or anything. A little bit of Wilderness Wash by Sea to Summit. You can use this to wash your hair, to wash your hands, in emergency situations to brush your teeth, but I'm not gonna try that one out. You can wash your clothes with it, you can do the dishes with it, so really multi-purpose. Also 2 extra hair ties, a few Wizzy wipes, so you have to add a little drop of water, and then this expands to a wet wipe. Really handy to have. Some general medication I take every evening, and these are my earplugs. Those are the Alpine ones, so tiny ones, but they work really well. So that is everything that is in my toiletry bag. Then I have my electronics bag in here. You can guess the brand, I think. In here I have a micro USB cable, because my Zoleo charges with a micro USB and my e-reader does. I have a USB-C cable. Yeah, USB-C cable. I have my Flextail Pump Zero. I have to check out if there is a adapter included for the Rapid, because this one is for the Nemo one and that probably wouldn't fit, so I have to check that out. It has a little adapter in here that is to charge my Garmin watch, and the nice thing about this one is it saved me an extra cable, because I take my USB-C, my USB-C cable, take this little adapter, plug it in, and I have a cable for my watch as well. So that's saved up, because those cables you cannot get in a short length. So you're standard having to buy a 1 meter length, and that's not handy out on the trail. So therefore that adapter was an awesome solution. Found it on the internet, and so far it works out well. And in my electronics kit I also have my power bank. I generally switch between 10,000 and 20,000 milliamp hours, just to see whenever what we need, how long we are going to be out. And there will be a solar panel included as well in my pack, but that's not here yet, so you will see that pairing later on. And that is not something I'm going to bring all the time. That's also something that's optional. These are my headphones. They are by Shocks. They are the bone conducted ones. I had another brand first. It also has its own cable in there, because unfortunately that is another charger as well. First I had another brand which I was allowed to test for my YouTube channel, but things that adhere to your ears, they were way too big and I really couldn't get it on. And this one, it's a matter of seconds and it's there and it stays there. So that's really something I like about that. So if you are having small ears like I do, then I can absolutely recommend the one from Shocks. They are a little bit expensive, but if you keep an eye on them like I did, they come on sale regularly, at least here, so then it's worth to buy them. Here I have my down booties. They are by Goose Feet Gear. I do not sleep cold at all, but sometimes when I have been hiking all day and my hiking socks are cooling off, so cooling down, and my feet are getting cold, and for some reason I struggle to get those warm. So yeah, I have those silly looking down booties. They weigh nothing, but they are absolutely lifesavers when you are having cold feet. A nice thing is, same one with Ravi's bed, they compress into nothing. So take a little compression sack and you won't even notice them. Then it brings me to the extra clothes that I am bringing. First of all, my sleep clothes. That's a set I have from Jack Wolfskin. Just a shirt and trousers. They are not really thermal underwear, but I think they are super warm. I do not have to wear them in summer, because then I'm swimming out of the tent. They are super comfortable, super warm to wear when you need them, so, and lightweight, so I always have them with me. This is a running shirt I got from Decathlon, a super simple one which cost €6, but this is my camp shirt, my sort of a backup shirt when we have been hiking or backpacking the whole day and my shirts get really sweaty. I'm cooling down, something you do not want when you're staying at camp. So I have this one that I can always change into whenever it's needed. And over that I can put my Alpha Direct hoodie, which I also made myself. So it's not the most beautiful thing in the world, but it's homemade, and yeah, that's something that I really like. I recently found it out making my own gear, and this is one of them. And then the last two items are a pair of extra socks. These are long socks, though the socks I'm usually wearing are the quarter socks. These are just the boot height socks, and these are by the brand of Danish Endurance. So this is my backup in case I do need long socks or I just have to switch them out. And my last pair is a pair of sleeping socks. Well, that's it, my gear explosion for 2024. It's a lot of gear, but like I mentioned, I'm so proud of my base weight. I never thought that I would be able to come under 10 kilos. And yeah, it took a few years, but I think that I'm coming to the point that I can say I have everything. And on one way I'm happy with that. One way I'm not, because I love to buy gear. So yeah, when you come to a point, sometimes there comes a point, someday there comes a point that you say, I have it all. It's perfect. And I think for my use, for Ravi's use, it comes in super handy. So yeah, really happy with the setup. I did not go into too much detail because then this video will take over hours to watch. If you would like to know anything specific about one of the products that I've shown you, feel free to contact us. We will be happy to help you out. And throughout the year there will be some more in-depth reviews. Now also, for example, our food bags are empty, but in May we have a 4-day backpacking trip planned, and in front of those videos I would like to make a video about what's in our food bag for food in regards to 4 days of backpacking, both for Ravi and myself. So throughout the year I will go in depth a little bit more, but this is just a general overlook. So like I said, always keep an eye on what you need, what makes you comfortable. I also have optional gear. That is, for example, my Helinox Chair Zero, but I always bring that on cases when I know that I do not have a picnic bench or anything. If I know there is a picnic bench available or a chair, then I do not bring it. It only weighs 500 grams, but hey, it is 500 grams that you can save. So I let that depend on the situation. Ravi's jacket is going to be switched out when the nights aren't that cold anymore. So little things will change, but in general, this is what we are going to take in the 2024 backpacking season. So if you like this video, give us a like, subscribe to the channel and notify the alarm bell. And then as always, enjoy the outdoors. We will catch you on the next trail. Goodbye.